I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here on screen. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. They can on me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Watkins, Glen. It is time for the Red Sox Racing Series, live from the Oh my goodness. These cars have got a call. Join with me in the booth, Todd Chase Jr. USF 2000. Yeah, there we go. Todd, welcome.
Oh man, that's not a good way to start out a.
It started out so. It started out so good too.
It started out good, and then it fell right out.
It went straight downhill.
But we are glad to be back here at Watkins Glen. Uh, quick little insider, I actually ran in a fun race here with these guys a few weeks ago, and tell you what, these cars do not like turn 5 and turn 9.
Yes, that's going to make things for us because we're looking forward to it. Oh, goodness. I may have just made things super loud. Hopefully not. Anyway, we'll find out. Thought it may be super loud for everybody. I'm not having a great night, man. I'll be honest. But anyway, let's get ready to go racing here in just a few minutes. Todd, right now on top of the board is Justin Kirby.
Yeah, he's one of them guys that have been consistently up towards the front of the field. And coming into this race tonight, you and I were talking, we've got a different name at the top of the board for the points here in this series.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting because I don't want to say it caught us off guard, but I mean, in a way, it kind of did, I guess.
I mean, there could be possible point implications being thrown after tonight's race.
Whatever.
Maybe as a joke.
But no, it is pretty cool. Les Turner is on top of the board here in the points. We got the point update today. And Les Turner currently has a 2-point lead over Zachary Sullivan, with Ryan Robertson currently sitting in third. I'm going to be honest. I thought Zachary I didn't realize he was that high up in the points. Bill Paul Lucky's fourth. Keep in mind, this is coming after a Bristol race. So, David Berry in fifth, tied with Terry Dahl. So, there's some big names up there. So, pretty interesting, pretty cool to see. A few different names up there. Les Turner currently eighth right now. Your points leader with Terry Dahl in seventh. Tommy Ryan back in here tonight at the Glen. Todd, this is the new and repaved Watkins Glen.
Yep, there will be no bus stops, so we'll see these guys go through the actual boot. And that's where I was talking about. Turn 5 starts the boot, and turn 9 ends the boot. So, a lot of elevation change within the boot itself. So, going to be a lot of good shots. I don't know if we've got enough time for a turn it up here, but a turn it up segment is always great here.
We do have the turn it up on this track, so we'll see. Todd, we was very interested in practice. We seen turn 6 have trouble. That really, turn 5, turn 6. A lot of guys having trouble entering the boot, and then actually turn 9, some guys having trouble exiting the boot section. Something we got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed in them turns is, coming into turn 5 and 6, you carry so much speed out of the carousel that the turn kind of comes up quick on you, and you can't slow down fast enough to get into that. And the car just kind of like, it tries to snap on you, or it snaps and then you try to correct and it snaps the other way.
Yeah.
Whereas in turn 9, you're coming back onto the end of the backstretch back there, I guess you could say, the second backstretch. And once again, either the car, you hit a spot just right in turn 9, the car will actually try to snap towards the inside again, or if you go a little bit wide and clip them, what are the rumble strips or the curbing coming out of there, if you clip that with the rear tire, it will send that thing sideways just like it does, if you hit the right spot in turn 9 itself.
Also, I want to go ahead and mention, Todd, that we do not have no more broadcasts this week. ASL has the week off for their double week off. And then we are live again in Michigan on Tuesday, followed by back here for the championship week already. Next week at the Oval. We're going to be racing in New Hampshire in these cars. It's going to be fun. Bristol was pretty fun for us to watch. I liked it. A little tough place to pass, but New Hampshire should be a little bit more passing, I would guess, so it should be fun. Qualifying ending up here. We're getting ready to go grid here in just a moment. We got a couple moments here before that happens. Justin Kirby currently still on top of the board.
Yeah, and I'm noticing some key names that were here earlier in the season. Eric De La Riva is not here. I don't see Paul Gibson here. I don't see Ross Booth here.
Yeah, so I got some big news that I can go ahead and share, Todd, if you want to know.
Okay.
I meant to actually tell you this, before.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of forgot to. Next season, these guys will not be back in these cars. They actually plan to go back to the GT style racing.
Okay.
So they have not locked into cars just yet. By the way, Todd, hold on. We end the season on March 3rd at New Hampshire Oval. Hold on, do we have next week off?
We might have next week off. If that sounds like March 3rd ends the season.
After a week off for Irish on week 13, we will. Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. So, we will end the season on March 3rd, so I guess so at New Hampshire. So we may not have a broadcast here next week. We'll find out for sure. But anyway, I'm sitting here looking 17 laps for tonight's race. We already knew that coming in. But yeah, they are going back to the GT cars. I was told, by the way, Turn 1 has a new out of bounds here, which is pretty interesting. If you go off track a little bit, it actually gives you a 1X if you go too far off that boundary. And also, the big curb in Turn 1 will actually slow you down.
Yeah, the curb will slow you down, but believe it or not, if you just go like a quarter tire width off of that the curbing there in Turn 1, that's where you're out of bounds. So it's a very fine line riding on that curbing out of Turn 1, heading toward Turn 2.
Also, we was told by next week has been Ohio. Then we go have a week off. Then.
Okay,
that's what I was thinking too. Anyway. Is this week 4?
No, I believe this is week 5.
Where am I at? What am I doing? What am I talking about right now? Anyway.
You're all flustered and everything else, but it's all right.
It's a rough day. So also, the drafted S's will make these cars basically afraid of a sitting duck. So that's going to be your drafted opportunity, is going into the carousels at long straightaway. All right, so we're set to grid up. Here's starting look. Starting grid. Here's starting look. Starting grid. I know what I'm talking about, Todd. Justin Kirby, Ryan Robertson, Zachary Sullivan, Brad Arby, Chris Smith, Tommy Ryan, Terry Dahl, Les Turner, seventh and eighth. Followed by David Berry in ninth. Roman going to be starting in 10th. Bill Pawlucki, Kevin Kyle right there in 12th. Chris Jimenez, Keith Ostraker, Mark Kodrowski, Jim Grasnio will be starting in 16th. Will Cabela, Dwayne McCarthy, Andrew Fitzgerald, Trevor Hunt. Todd, I'll be honest, I thought we'd actually have a few more people here at Glen.
Yeah.
But,
well,
pretty good turnout.
Like I said, there's no Mitch Heller, no Ross Booth, no Eric Della Riva, no Paul Gibson. So that those are quite a bit of heavy hitters, that we had at the beginning of the season that have ultimately not shown up again tonight. I know they weren't here last week either when we had our Bristol Motor Speedway race.
Yeah. So here we go, Todd Chase. We are set to roll off the start of the Watkins win behind the pace car. Todd, who gets the win?
Well,
I'm on big screen, by the way, for this race.
Good. I'm glad you mentioned, because I actually forgot to ask you.
Yeah, I'm good, dude.
To kind of remind you, but
what I'm doing.
I'm actually gonna go with the 18, Tommy Ryan.
Can't go wrong with that pick. Go with Zachary Sullivan.
That's a decent pick.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, he's been riding up towards the front.
Mm-hmm. Currently third in the point. So, let's get ready to go around Watkins Glen. We're going to hop on board here with your current points leader. Give you guys a look at what he sees. This is on board, Les Turner. You can see right here, Todd, here's that big straightaway we talked about where you're going to be carrying a lot of draft and getting a tow down the straightaway. Get a passing opportunity here because there is no bus stop. Like you said.
We'll see all these guys go down this, basically the short straightaway. As soon as they hit about right here, you see some guys start to lift, but some of them will actually wait till they get to about right here
for a late entry. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
this is a really fast corner too. There's a little bit of banking. You guys can see that. It don't matter. It's still pretty flat to be honest, but there's a little bit of banking there. These cars can lean on some. But very fast corner. Good opportunity to pass over. Right here's where we've seen people have trouble in practice, Todd.
yep, and like I mentioned, it's just you're carrying so much speed into this corner, and it comes up, so fast on you. You got to slow down all the way down to third gear to get through this corner, and then back up to fourth and fifth to go back down to third to get it through. Was this turn 6 that we're coming to now? I believe.
This turn 7, Todd.
7. Okay. A little bit of banking here, and then they'll head up the hill to turn 8. This is one of the cool spots where I'd like to go.
Yeah, it'd be an awesome place up here to watch the race. Kind of wish NASCAR in a way would run the boot sometimes.
I kind of wish so too. I mean, they changed things up at Sonoma to where
why not?
They ran. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with changing it to this style? I mean, the cars are wide enough, the track's wide enough to do it.
And then you come back onto the Cup straightaway, as we call it.
Yep, right here, and this is where I was talking about where these guys, if they hit that curbing right there, it can send them towards the inside wall as well.
Yes, sir. Todd, turn 1's going to be a doozy. We already know as we work through the final couple corners here. Ready to get this week underway. Why don't you start it off?
Pace car looks for pit road here in turn 11. Justin Kirby and Ryan Robertson waiting on the green flag. Green flag is out here at Watkins Glen for the Red Sox racing.
From Will spin middle of this field to outside road, really not getting a good start, but here we go down into turn 1.
Still side by side. See some of these guys try to drive it in deep. Everybody so far up front stays to the outside of that rumble strip through turn 1. Now through the S as they go.
Right here's where you're going to get your biggest boost in that draft down this straightaway. You see Ryan Robertson. Watch for him to pull out a line here and try to slingshot around Justin Kirby.
There we go. Look at this. 3 wide almost for second place. And you can see how wide these guys can fan out on this short straightaway. And it does look like Justin Kirby able to hold off that top spot for now. Robertson's still trying to hold on for second as they go through turn 5 and 6.
Riding on board right now with Roma as he works through turn 6 now, heading up towards this turn 7. Right here's a very tricky turn too, Todd. Very easy to get back on throttle too early and spin this car around.
Yeah, sometimes when the car is still on cold tires, it doesn't want to turn once you hit the gas so early. So, at that point, you're just along for the ride if you try to do that, and it just goes straight into that wall.
On board right now, still riding right here. That was
back there, I believe that's for the
7th, 8th, and 9th spot too was battling. Les and 7th. Roma took a look, wasn't able to get around him and carry right there as well.
I'm going to turn 11, the final turn here at Watkins Glen, and it will be Justin Kirby still leading the field as we complete lap 1, now heading back down to turn 1.
Justin Kirby leading lap 1. Ryan Robertson following suit in second, followed by closely Brian Arby trying to close this gap in as well as he works through turn 1. Pass right here for 4th. Tommy Ryan gets around Zachary Sullivan.
Yeah, and I'm starting to notice a little bit of breaking up in between our top 3, and that's something that we didn't notice until now. Previous weeks before, besides Bristol, everybody's been nose to tail up until, like I said, this week looks like 3 wide back here for about 5th.
That's Chris Shieldsmith trying to thread the needle right there in the middle.
Battle for the race lead. Looks like Robertson trying to get around Justin Kirby again as they head through turn 5 and turn 6.
Really battles everywhere right now. Zachary Sullivan was able to escape that 3 wide battle. He jumps 2 spots back up to 4th now. Up front, like Todd said, is a 3-car side-by-side battle right there with Robertson and Irby.
Yeah, Irby and Robertson battling there for second. Looked like when they went to, I believe it was turn 6, it looked like Robertson clipped the rear tire of Justin Kirby just a little bit, and that kind of slowed him down. That allowed Brian Irby to kind of get next to him there for that second position. But so far that battle has subsided, and now we got a battle here for the fourth position. Looks like Zachary Sullivan putting some, or Tommy Ryan putting some pressure on Zachary Sullivan.
Yeah, Tommy, we know, is a great driver. He's right on board, almost getting into the back of him right there as they work through turns number 10 and 11 this time to begin or come to lap number 3.
Yep, Justin Kirby will lead that lap again. And I tell you what, some of these guys don't realize how fast the closing rate is on the guy ahead of you with these cars.
I would agree. Todd, does your ATVO show how many spots these guys have made up now or no?
Let me look.
I don't show it anymore.
Yeah, mine is showing how much they gain. Right
What's
now,
it beside?
Huh?
What's it beside? Because I did not see that.
Pit lane. Next to their pace.
That must be something in my settings I gotta fix.
It must be. Right now, our biggest mover of the race is currently. Well, there's a couple of them. Looks like it is. Looks like it's Trevor Hunt. Started about 20th, is now up to 15th as he's battling Andrew Fitzgerald. We've seen him, Andrew Fitzgerald, reclaim that 15th spot.
There we go. Could have started that.
And looks like this. Look at this. We've got a new race leader. Ryan Robertson has gone around Justin Kirby.
Robertson back up front now.
And he's starting to pull away as now Justin Kirby's got some heat being put on by Brian Irby. Dwayne McCarthy getting around Jim Graziano. I don't know. I always, you're the one that always butchers his name. I usually
Grazio?
the one that.
Is that who you're talking about? Graziano. Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
There you go.
See right there, you see Justin Kirby going over the curbing there in turn 1. That's where you could get that off track. Just by doing that, and you see right there, that's allowed Brian Irby to get to his outside. It's a little bit different here at Watkins Glen. They're kind of, the outside and the inside is kind of flipped, if you will say. Now 3 wide here for second position. Looks like Tommy Ryan trying to, or not.
This is a good
Tommy
one.
Ryan trying to make it 3 wide. He'll claim the 4th position, or 3rd position, I'm sorry. Bill Paul Lucky goes to 9th. Get around Chris Jimenez. Tommy Ryan still battling there with Brian Irby, as Irby will reclaim that. Well, they're battling for 2nd right now.
Yeah, this is a good little position battle right here, side by side. Brian Irby, Tommy Ryan, Justin Kirby, all for this 2nd position. Ryan Robertson likes what he sees. This is helping him drive away with the 1.7 second lead, Todd. And that's exactly what Robertson needs. This is big. Contact. There they go.
Yep. Tommy Ryan involved. I believe Brian Irby was the one that, and I think he just got too hot into that corner and locked up the right front, and that just sent him right into Tommy Ryan.
And here's the replay of that.
Yep. Get a better look at it.
You're right, Todd. Yeah, he just locked him up and slid up into the racetrack or up the track on him. That's tough for both of them guys.
Yeah, so now your top 3 is Ryan Robertson, Justin Kirby, and Chris Shieldsmith.
Yeah, it moves. I was going to say, Terry Dahl and Les Turner moving to the top 5. Ryan Robertson sets the new fastest lap. Terry Dahl and Les Turner going at it side by side here. Todd, or was side by side. Here they go again.
Yeah, Les doing a nice job here, battling with Terry. And don't count out David Berry involved in this as well.
Yeah, we cannot count him out at all. We know what David Berry is capable of.
Berry going to look to the outside, or inside, whatever you want to call it, to the left, I guess you could say, of Les Turner.
All close enough.
Yep. And it does look like David Berry going to get around Les there as they go through the carousel. so far so good. A lot of good racing here at Watkins Glen. Something we didn't catch really at the race on Tuesday night when we were here, but different cars, different story, I guess you could say.
Todd, Bill Pawlicki, and Chris Mendez, Dwayne McCarthy, 3 drivers we are happy to see up inside the top 10. They're going at it here for the 7th spot. Pawlicki right now has that spot.
Yep, and this is where that issue was with Ryan and Irby. Looked like them 3 have not had an issue yet there. Looks like they're all pretty much giving themselves a little bit of room for the most part, not stepping on each other's toes as we got a battle here between, I believe that's Chris Jimenez and Dwayne McCarthy. That's allowing Bill Pawlicki to kind of pull away from them 2 for the time being. Through the rest of the
Sorry, Todd, I was getting rid of spam over here.
Oh, I kind of figured that's what you were doing. We always get that on YouTube.
Lately, it seems like that's all we've been getting.
Still 3-car battle. Got Jim Graziano trying to make a pass here on, I believe that is Tommy Ryan.
All in all, Todd, very good race here going on all around the racetrack. Pretty much everywhere we look, we're seeing some good battles. This is actually very surprising because we're seeing good battles kind of like what we did at Bristol. There are a lot of cars running close like we kind of expected, but I didn't expect them to run this close here, to be honest. Guess we kind of should have known it.
We should have known. We see somebody getting into the grass right there. Tommy Ryan having an issue.
He's had a couple issues here already in this race. Todd. Oh, there they go. Big wreck.
Big wreck.
3 cars involved. The 72 is involved. So is the 34, Jim Grazio and Chris Jimenez. That's
I believe William
what you want.
Cavallo was one of those involved in that as well.
Here's a replay of that. Oh, my gosh. That's tough. You're right, by the way, Todd. You're right. Williams was involved in that. Todd, we want to do this. You said you wanted to do it, so let's do it now. What do you think?
Yeah, it's time to turn it up.
You guys enjoy.
Got a big battle here with Les Turner and Terry Dahl. Going through the carousel here.
Yeah, these guys really haven't been able to get away from each other, but you're seeing why Les is on top of the points board. He's just being consistent. I mean, we've seen championships won like that before. Todd Chase. Yeah. Oh, I just got your message, by the way. I'm sorry. I apologize. Working cameras and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Kirby, Ryan Robertson. Just going to go through the board, Todd, or through the field.
Ryan Robertson leading the field. He's out to a 2.2 second lead over Justin Kirby. Chris Shieldsmith currently running third. Les Turner running fourth. Terry Dahl running fifth. David Barry running sixth. Dwayne McCarthy running seventh. Bill Paul Lucky running eighth. Trevor Hunt.
Better watch out for this guy.
Ninth. Yeah, he's up 11 spots. He's the biggest mover along with Dwayne McCarthy right now. Andrew Fitzgerald running 10th. William Cabala running 11th. Jim Graziano, I keep butchering it and saying it different ways. He's currently running 12th. Chris Jimenez running 13th. Tommy Ryan was actually on pit road, and now he's currently 13th. Or 14th, I'm sorry. Roman Bykov running 15th. Brian Irby, after that issue with Tommy Ryan, now in 16th. Zachary Sullivan running 17th. He must have had an issue.
Yeah.
Caught up into something.
Yeah. Well, he was on pit road, but one thing I noticed, he was on pit road for 1 minute and 31 seconds, so I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, and then you got Heath Ostriker, Kevin Kyle, Mark Drowski, all running 18th, 19th, and 20th. And it does look like they've only ran 1 and 2 laps and have called it quits.
By the way, Les Turner, Terry Dahl, David Barry, all within a blanket of each other, as this has been our biggest position battle on track for the past 2 or 3 laps, I would say. Les right now able to hold on to the 4th position. Terry Dahl wants to watch for pit stops to be taking place here as well, Todd. We are past halfway, so this is a good opportunity to come down and take the pit stops and get them off the board.
And just a reminder, these guys do not need to take tires. When they do come down pit road, they don't even have to take a full tank of fuel to make it to the end, but they got to make enough or put enough in to make it back around, because if they don't, that's a 4-point deduction. Yeah, they only run 35% fuel load here as Justin Kirby puts on another fast lap. By the way, we got one car coming down pit road. Wayne McCarthy. You are right. So he pits from top 10. But Justin Kirby's put down back-to-back multiple fast laps here on lap 9 and 10. 146.643 right now. The fastest lap, which is not too shabby, to be honest. Right now he sits about 1.5 seconds off Ryan Robertson, but is trying to get that draft. If he hooks up into that draft, he'll pull in real quick. Speaking of draft, here you go. Terry Dahl sniffing that draft off of Les Turner. Going to try to make a move here in the carousel. Going to have the preferred line and takes it away for now. For now, yep. Les is actually going to lose another spot to David Barry. Possible. No, never mind. But Terry does take that spot away, though. Good pass there for Terry. Yeah, that was nice and clean. He didn't oversend it in there, if that makes any sense. No, Terry's running about 7 seconds. I'm sorry, he's running about 2 seconds behind Chris Shieldsmith. So, he's got a little work to do, but not saying it's not possible, that's for sure. Justin Kirby, Todd, is closing in on Ryan Robertson. He closed in 4/10 so far this lap. Yeah, and you had mentioned that he had put down, 2 fast laps there back to back, and he was, what'd you say, like a second and a half behind him? Yeah, second and a half. Normally, somebody doesn't run a fast lap like that unless they're literally fresh tires. And wait till he hits that draft. We will see a fast lap. This is going to be another quick lap he just put down. That time, he was about 5/10 faster than our race leader, so he is closing that gap in. Justin Kirby trying to sniff out Ryan Robertson here on lap 11. Going up through the S's right now. Yeah, I don't know if this is right. I don't know if my ATVO has updated yet, but it's showing me Robertson is up 1.1 seconds
Yes,
over.
you are correct.
Okay.
It's
Still a good battle here.
kind of fluctuating. Yeah, here comes Les again.
Yeah, and also behind them, behind Bill Paulucki, you got Trevor Hunt, Dwayne McCarthy, and William Kabala battling for position right
Trevor
here.
Hunt, by the way, on pit road, just left pit road, so did Bill Paulucki. Les Turner takes away the 4th position from Terry Dahl. Here comes David Berry trying to get it. Not going to be able to. Tommy Ryan, new fastest lap, a 146.595. That's quick.
And that's what we were just talking about. He must have taken fresh tires. Normally you don't have to in these races, but he must have had, with all those issues that he decided just to take fresh tires. And
it's a good possibility. Ryan Robertson now under a second to our race leader. He's trying to close that gap in. That gap is shrinking very quickly.
Justin Kirby doing everything
Or
he
Justin
possibly
Kirby,
can.
I said, yeah. Basically mirroring each other. If you watch where they enter and exit and all that stuff, identical race lines, especially for the back half. There you go, Ryan on pit road.
Yeah, and that's a good move
It
by
is.
him, because that's going to allow him to kind of hold that lead. And here comes Les Turner, Terry Dahl. Does look like, I believe that is David Berry staying out on that battle. So
That's a good call for
third.
David, too. He's going to try to utilize that clean track to get in front of both of them cars. And it is a possibility, Todd. We haven't really talked about that. But if you're caught up behind a battle, you don't want to wreck them. But at the same time, if you're faster, you can try to utilize that on pit road and get out. Rod Robertson down and away, by the way.
Yeah, he's down and away. Has to stay below this yellow line until right there.
Yeah, he did a pretty
The
good.
rest of the field.
He had a pretty good stop, a 32.6 second total time on pit lane.
Now,
Les
the
and
big
Terry
thing-
also had good stops.
The big thing here, we noticed it Tuesday night when we had pit stops here. The leader, when he came down pit road, actually rejoined the field in a battle and had to really pick and choose where he went. Now, I know they took tires and that, but we could actually see the same situation here with some of these guys on old tires.
Yeah, that's a good point. We never really talk about it. We've seen it time and time again. Even in this league, we've seen time and time again, like another battle taking place, you get caught up in it, and we've seen accidents happen. So we'll see how this all works out. We're sure Justin Kirby, Chris Shieldsmith, and David Berry would hit pit road this time. I think we both would agree with that, Todd.
Yep, we'll see Justin Kirby come through turn 11 right now, and yes, he will come down pit road this time by.
So
Now we'll shift our focus to Chris Shieldsmith, and it looks like he's going to come down as well. Now will David Berry?
yeah, 100%. David Berry gets on pit road really nice. Dang.
Yep.
That
Now
was
we'll see how long. We'll see how long it takes Ryan Robertson to come through, and he's going through turn 11 right now.
I will say that is the best I've seen anybody enter pit road with what I've seen David Berry do.
And here comes Ryan Robertson to the line.
It'll be close here, Todd.
Yeah, he's going to take the lead.
You think so? I don't know. Yep. You called it. Good job.
Robertson basically out to like a half a second or so.
David Berry, by the way, not going to gain any time on Les Turner. Oh, big wreck there. Les Turner hard into the wall, Todd.
Yep, that is not what our points leader wanted. He's going to fall all the way to 9th and even further down the field now.
Here's what happened. This is probably going to cost him the points lead as well. Oh, he just gets up on that rumble strip and plows into it, loses the front tire.
Battle for the race lead. Justin Kirby puts the pressure here on Ryan Robertson as they go through turn 6. And Robertson hold Justin Kirby off. When we come across the line, there will be 4 to go. Justin Kirby running right on Ryan Robertson's wing, I guess you could say. Robertson goes a little wide. Now going through turn 9. Looked like Kirby kind of backed the corner up, I guess you could say. Turn 10 and 11. I'm going to say right now, if these two can get off turn 11, watch for Justin Kirby to send it into turn 1 on Ryan Robertson.
Yes, sir.
$14 laps on the board here at Watkins Glen. Kirby decides not to send it on Robertson here.
This is going to be interesting because you got to make a choice here, because this could go back and forth a lot over the course of the next few laps, especially right here on the straightaway. If both these guys are running so close on times, which they are, you got to think about making that move
right here.
Well, he could make it here, and we'll see if Ryan. I don't think Ryan's going to be able to hold him off, but can Ryan stay close enough with him to the next time they come back to this?
Well, here you go. Justin Kirby able to clear Robertson for now. But yeah, to your point, I don't know. This is going to allow Robertson to kind of get behind him and save a little bit of fuel to where he could push hard at the end.
Yep, utilize that draft on that last lap and try to slingshot by him. But if Kirby is able to drive away, which he has been faster.
Yeah.
So if he's able to drive away from Robertson, which is going to be tough with Robertson in his draft, but if he is, could be lights out. But we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
Terry Dahl still doing a nice job.
Yep, Terry Dahl currently running 4th. David Berry running 5th. Chris Shieldsmith, we haven't really talked much about him tonight. He's still running 3rd. Doing a nice job. Running pretty cleanly.
Yeah, Robertson right now is able to stay with Justin Kirby as they work out the final corner, Todd. Heading down the straightaway here at Watkins Glen, coming to 3 laps to go.
3 to go here at Watkins Glen. Can Justin Kirby now hold off Ryan Robertson as they go to turn 1? See Kirby jumping that curb there a
Gotta be a
little bit.
little careful. We seen what happened with Les when he did that.
Well, at the same time, when Kirby had that issue, it looked like Robertson got a little loose on exit of turn 1, which allowed that gap to happen between the two.
Here comes the draft. You see him trying to break it.
Yep, but the draft is just too strong.
Way too strong. Look at that. He's not going to pull out, though.
Nope, he's going to be able to stay behind just a
Dang.
couple for now.
He's sending in that corner, though, into the carousel. That was nice. David Berry, Terry Dahl able to hold on the 4th as well. Here we go. Bill Pawlucki making a pass up to Wayne McCarthy. We're side by side for now.
Bill side by side, go through the carousel here.
Wayne trying to take it away. And there you go. McCarthy moves up to 6th. Oh, for now.
For now, yep, Downey's clear.
There you go.
A lot of good side-by-side battling here at Watkins
Yeah, it's
Glen.
been good. Like, honestly, this is very impressed. I've been really happy with this race. Once again, no broadcast Sunday, guys. Next week live from Michigan Tuesday.
Yeah, I believe that's a cutoff race. We got some drivers in there that are riding the bubble that need to have top 3 finishes in order to lock
Mike
themselves
Weber, one of them
into the
guys.
next week.
Justin Kirby out of turn 11. Going to see the 2 sign to go. The popsicle sticks up in the air, Todd. PG-13.
Yep, back down to turn 1. That is one team that we noticed week in and week out is ran
No matter
up
what
front,
car they're in.
no matter what car they're in, no matter what season it is. There's just something about PG-13 in this league. I want to know what kind of Kool-Aid they make their guys drink.
True that, man. By the way, real quick, we got to give a shout out to Ross Booth. He's a driver over here for in the Red Sox Racing Series. He got his trophy today, but him and his team, they was part of, I don't know what it was for, but they raised $19,000 for, I forgot exactly what it was for the kids. They used it for the kids. I forgot what it was, for 6 kids. So pretty cool, but $19,000 raised on a sim racing thing. That's pretty awesome. Good racing back here, Todd, with Bill Pawlucki, Trevor Hunt, and Dwayne McCarthy.
Yep. These guys battling. Trevor Hunt now goes to 6th. And I believe he's going to be our biggest mover of the race. Up 14 spots as we have the battle for the lead. Closing up again. See these guys using every inch of this racetrack.
Yeah, we're coming to one lap to go here, Todd Chase. This is Ryan Robertson's shot. It's going to be the closest he's been going into turn 1 and up to the S's. So he may have a chance here going up to the S's. Goes a little wide there.
Wide there. Yep. Through turn 11. White flag is in the air here for Justin Kirby, but he goes all the way to the right of the racetrack.
That may hurt him a little bit, Todd, because he's not going to have that full draft effect like he would have if he would have stayed tight. Here we go.
Down to turn 1. Justin Kirby.
He's going to have a chance.
Robertson's definitely going to have a chance, but my main concern right now is can Justin Kirby do everything he possibly can? And here we go. Big battle for the race lead. Robertson looking to the left of Justin Kirby as I have a little bit of a...
Kirby does a smart move here, Todd. He protects the inside. Robertson not going to be able to get that inside line, and there you go. Now, is that enough? That may be all it took, Todd, for Justin Kirby. Very smart driving right there by the Kirby.
It could be, but right here, Robertson sends it a little
deep. He's still going to have a chance going into turn 10 if he can close in.
He can definitely make a move here. He just got to catch him right at the right time.
Oh, he's getting a run right here.
Oh, yep. Here we go. Watch for him to set it up right here. You're going to go to the left again.
Smokes the tires.
Yep. I think that's it right
there. That
there.
may be all it takes. Justin Kirby doing an excellent job defending the top spot. Working out of turn 9, looking for turn 10.
Yep, heading for turn 10. And now turn 11. Justin Kirby has grown that lead on Robertson. Turn 11, he will see the checkered flag in the air. Justin Kirby going to hold off Ryan Robertson here at Watkins Glen.
Justin Kirby, Ryan Robertson. Here comes Chris Shieldsmith. A nice drive by the 44, putting it in P3. David Berry does get around Terry Dahl for P4. Terry Dahl finishes 5 with P5. Here comes Trevor Hunt, biggest mover of the race. 14 spots gained. He's going to finish P6. Wayne McCarthy going to have a nice finish in 7th with Bill Pawlucki, also a good finish. Tommy Ryan rebounds for a top 10. And Chris Menez will finish in P10. We may have a race here for 11th, Todd. William Kabbalah trying to hold on against Jim, and it does look like William is able to hold on to 11th. Jim finishing 12th. Whew, that was a good race, Todd.
That was a good race there at the end.
I enjoyed that.
We always enjoy these guys' races, though.
That's true.
There's never a dull moment.
I agree. One of the best leagues to be a part of.
We'll see these guys on their cool-down lap, see who decides to not make it to pit road. I don't think anybody's going to have any issues.
Nah, everybody should be good. Everybody should be pretty good here. But you're seeing Justin Kirby doing his parade lap. This is one of the things special about the Red Sox Racing Series is you have to make it back to pit lane, like Todd said earlier, as a 4-point penalty. Brian Irby did not care. Les Turner also, unfortunately, not a good night, but we'll see how all this plays out. Les is going to have to use this as his drop week, I think.
I think so, too. And, you know, that's something we never actually talked about is I think these guys get one drop week during the season, so basically you could just take your worst finish and use that as your drop week, and that won't hurt your, I believe it doesn't hurt your average, does it?
Let's move over there, Todd. No, it does not. Let's move over there. It does not hurt the average, by the way.
Well, there you go.
So, we're going to see some burnouts here in turn 1 like we usually do. Or maybe. All right. We're going to wait to talk to a couple of these guys as Justin parks it in Victory Lane here on the front stretch. We'll wait to see if we talk to him and Ryan and Chris and whoever else we can get in here in the golden booth. As we're going to start calling it Todd. I just like the name of that. Don't know why. It's just what I'm going to call it, Todd. What else? Let's talk to Justin Kirby. Well, let's talk to Chris Shilsmith since he's in here first. Chris going to finish P3 at number 44. You got a copy? Hey, Chris. There you go.
Race chatter. Hey,
My race chatter. There you go.
How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Not as good as you at P3 at Watkins, Glen. It's a fast track, man, in this car.
Sorry, I'm hearing all the chatter from the race. 1 second.
Oh, you're good, buddy. We'll talk to him. Let him take care of that. Got to throw people sometimes and break stuff and all that good stuff. But you got us good? Chris is breaking stuff at the moment, Todd.
Yeah.
You ever just wanted to throw something across the room because people's talking?
Oh, I do.
There he is. Chris finishing P3, man, in this car on a very fast racetrack, by the way. Talk us through that one.
Oh man, it is. It's a fast track. It was pretty interesting in the draft. You get a little bit more understeer in some of the turns. We had a little bit of I'd say some braking issues and a little bit of contact there at the beginning. We were running really tight. And I'll tell you what, when you're in the draft, I mean, you guys, you just get, it's like a vacuum. You can just power past people. But I mean, we were really dicing it out. I think 3 wide a handful of times on the straightaway there.
Yeah, it was fun for us to watch. We really enjoyed it, man. Talk about these curbs in this car. Turn 1, we seen some people have issue with the curbing. Did you have any issues with that? It looked like, obviously not with third place.
A couple times. You kind of pull a Tony Hawk and do a grinder on it if you get too high. Seriously. It's like you need to wax the underside of your car. But no, if you can get down low enough and keep it from going too high, it's fast. But I'll tell you what, when you get up on the curb, you can just feel the chassis grinding, and it slows you down a bit.
Well, dude, we go from here and move on. Any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, huge shout out to my wife, Chelsea, my daughter, Hayden. I had to actually, funny story, I had to shout at my daughter because I think she was on Discord having a phone call or something, and I was actually getting a lot of bandwidth issues while I was driving, so I had to have her turn it off while I was driving. But
you threw that phone, didn't you? You threw the phone across the room, don't lie.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and then obviously the PG-13 guys, so
awesome.
Good run.
Hey, good job, dude. We'll talk to you here next week, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Awesome. Thanks
guys.
buddy. Yes, sir.
Take care.
You too. All right, Todd, let's move up to talk to Justin Kirby. I don't know why. I really need to get permission to move people in here. You know what I'm saying? Let's move up and talk to Ryan Robertson first, Todd. Let's move up and talk to him. Since I cannot pull people in yet, for some odd reason, Terry Dahl, I want to talk to Ryan Robertson in here, who finished in second place tonight. Ryan, it's Adam and Todd. You got a copy?
Yep. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Heck of a battle right there with you and Justin. It really came down. He was able to get around you with about 4 laps to go, utilizing that draft up to the S's, and then from there defending the inside line. Talk us through that one, though. That was a fun race.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, just through the midway point, he had 2/10 on me a lap. So as he was closing me down, it was my option was try to fight it out, or which at this track without the bus stop, you're not going to fight that draft really. Or go let him by, stay with him, and try to do the last lap hero move. And unfortunately, I locked it in the toe, and didn't quite work out. But no, it was a good battle, and we had a little net code issues early on, but I'm glad it didn't ruin either of our races, and we got back up, and we're able to fight for position. So
the bigger picture here is the point situation, man. Coming to this one, he was actually sitting third from what I've got. This is actually probably going to catapult you into the points lead heading into next week at Mid-Ohio. What's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, that's what I was hoping for. Right. I haven't had a 0x race in Red Sox in a while. I usually end up getting like 1 or 2 X's. So have one here. Considering, I mean, we don't take this GT line on T1, so it doesn't toss you out as far. Otherwise, you're just a lot slower. So, yeah, it was that. But I mean, I wanted to battle hard, and like I said, me and Justin had a little scrabble early, and then at the end. But the faster driver here won, and I'll take a second.
A good race for you, man. Shout outs and all that you want to give out?
For sure. Shout outs to the Satellite Racing, as always, my team. Shout outs to Terry and Les for running this league week in, week out, and for however many years it's been. You guys casting every week.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Thanks,
man. Next up, it is race winner Justin Kirby putting it in victory lane. And one thing, very impressive drive there towards the end, man. Good defensive line you was taking. Talk us through that one, defending that inside.
It's like, well, it was the backstretch leading into the carousel is always, that's like prime number one passing opportunity, and it's like you cannot let anybody low on there. And with as low as this car was riding, there was kind of a spot on the backstretch, like right in the center where the car would drag. So it was either you were all the way left or all the way right. So I just kept right, and it was kind of hoping he would come a little closer, hit some of those bumps, slow himself down, and that actually looked like it did hurt his momentum into the carousel and helped me out there. Caught me off guard though when he got up on me in the boot, and it's like, oh great, here we go.
Man, we watched you guys battle it out for multiple laps. It was a heck of a race. I will say that. That was fun for us to watch. Talk about whenever you're going down into turn one and you see him coming up behind you, what's the first thing pops on your mind? Is it just to defend the whole way up to the S's and then try to get to that inside so he could slingshot, but try to able to defend that?
Just make sure to get a clean apex down through one, get a good launch, and I was trying to dive as low early so he couldn't start his run up as early as I let him early in the race, and just try to numb that run as much as I could to the carousel, and it was it helped out a great deal more than it did the first part of the race.
What's your thoughts heading to Mid-Ohio next week?
Can't wait. Mid-Ohio is one of my favorite racetracks, and I've been adapting to this car like a lot better than I thought I would, a lot better than I was with the GT3. So it's like I just took to this car like a duck to water, and it's been a lot of fun, and get some laps in Mid-Ohio and be ready to go for next week.
Hey, these guys don't want to hear you say that. Good job to that, man. Congrats. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, want to give a shout-out to my brother Brent. Been working real hard, not just here, but some other leagues we're running in, and he's been putting up with me for a long time. Same thing with the PG-13 guys. I mean, they hear me whining and crying sometimes, and just having me around and letting me be around is an honor. So hats off to those guys, and Joel Putty and Black Hole Motorsports, those guys just being supportive too. It's just a good time.
Yeah, Todd, he whines and cries a lot too. I just deal with him, but anyway,
you
man.
whine and crying a lot too.
Good job, Justin. Congrats on the win, buddy.
All right, thanks, and also thanks to you guys for broadcasting the race and doing the great job you do. So thank you much.
I appreciate it. Todd, move back down. Let's get your thoughts. All right, Todd Chase going to give us his thoughts on the race. Todd Chase, good race there, man.
Yeah, we've seen some really good side-by-side battling, and that turned into some really unfortunate altercations, if you will. But overall, just a really exciting race. Wish every race here would be kind of like that.
Me too. That was a good one.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what to expect here. I thought we would space out, in a way. I think both of us did.
We seen a little bit of it happen, but then everybody kind of closed right back in. Yeah,
it was really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It was actually a really fun race. I'm actually really happy to call that one. That was fun. So that's going to do it until Tuesday, guys, for us. Y'all have a great night. Make sure y'all like the broadcast and subscribe. It helps this league. It helps them to get views, and it helps us as well. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night. Take care as always. God bless.